Okay, so hello everyone,
Hello,
Hello.
guys.
and welcome to this academic case study presentation. So today we are conducting an in-depth analysis on one of the most devastating and maybe structurally significant cyber attacks in the history of digital system. It was February 2024, a ransom attack on Change Healthcare.
Okay, yes, this incident was 2 years ago, and we need to understand that it's a really huge problem in nowadays. Uh,
Yeah.
because of healthcare, it's one of the main aspects of modern society in each country, and this cyber attack shows to us tendency that we are not secured from hackers, from this infrastructure, and nowadays I think this tendency will be growth, and let's discuss about it. So,
Yeah, I agree with you. And also we took this particular case study because we think that it is perfectly relates to the topic, and I think it is then ideal example to talk about in today's podcast.
okay, I can get a little bit more details. First of all, we need to understand this that this American company that was making this healthcare was owned by Optum and by United Health Group. And it's like largest largest corporation in the United States, and it's they had have huge revenue. So this is topic not only about some security, social society, yeah, but also about money. And we understand that it's a huge loss of money for this corporation, and we as future entrepreneurs need to understand
Yeah.
that our business also can be under the attack.
Yeah, that's true. So Change Healthcare does not operate hospitals, nor does it directly employ doctors. So what do they do? Instead, it serves as the primary financial, administrative, and technological engine of the medical system. So basically, in simpler terms, it functions as a massive centralized clearinghouse for the entire industry.
Yeah, and in simple terms, every time a patient visits a doctor, then undergoes a medical procedure, or, for example, a buys prescription at a local pharmacy, that transaction, of course, must be verified, approved, and routed through Change Healthcare's server network.
And we need to understand the scale of their operations. Uh, for example, we found the information that is approximately 15 billion healthcare transaction each days. They control like full network of clinics. Also, they control some financial sources. They also was like the main third citizens controlled third citizens in United States, and I think it's really huge amount, and it's really one of the scariest examples because of the scale of this corporation, and how was created this huge cyber attack. It's really scared tendency, in my opinion. So, Kirilla, what you can?
Yes. I agree with everything what you've just said. I this is a really huge company, and I would like maybe to go into details and tell you some numbers. So it connects more than 67,000 pharmacies, 1 million physicians, and thousands of hospitals. into like a single interconnected digital system. So it means that from technical standpoint, this extreme centralization created a dangerous single point of failure. So later on, we are going to tell more deeply what happened to them and what mistakes occurred.
Yes, and for years, security experts warned that having a monopoly control, the financial pipeline of medicine was a massive national security risk. And on February 21st, 2024, those warnings become reality, and the invisible network that kept American medicine alive went completely dark.
Okay, guys, let's move maybe some technical details. How was
Yeah, that's
organized
good.
this attack? First of all, the group of these criminals was under this team was under the name of Black Cat. Really cool name, really historical. A lot of crimes was made under this name. I really like it. We need to understand that it's really um they break this structure, like the name in this company was Alfit, ALPHV. So they found some structural weak in this cybersecurity system and tried to cure it. And it was really advanced attack. It was really good production, maybe how to say, but it's really was hard to make
Yeah.
because this cyber attack was like on incredible. It's it's not so easy.
Yes, that's true. And it was really smart as well. So, for example, this group, Black Cat, functions on a corporate model known as ransomware as a service, or briefly RAAS. So in this model, developers they write advanced dangerous software and then they rent it out to specialized hackers, yeah, who known as affiliates. And those affiliates, they actually the one who execute the actual network breaches. So this was a really smart and well developed strategy. Yeah. Sophia, do you have anything to add?
Yes, let's talk about their tactics. So this alpha, Black Cat, is famous for using a tactic known as triple extortion. So first, they log the victim's operational servers. Because of that, they making day-to-day work impossible. Second, what they do, they steal massive amounts of highly sensitive data, threatening to leak it publicly. And third, they target the victims' customers directly if their primary ransom is not paid.
As more I know about this group, they really like anarchic group. They, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, some pirates, you know.
Yes.
And also we need to understand that healthcare it's highly private, highly secured service. We need that all data about patients is really important, and it is you can make a huge money if you know this data is this company had, because you can make some scams, you can steal a lot of money by uh, make them foolish in a lot of ways. And yes, they this data. It's highly resistant, highly protected, and they really this data was really defense into states of art intrusion and detection systems, and it was like zero trust security. And however, the subquest investigation relevant a shocking failure in basic cyber habits.
Yeah. So, according to official reports delivered later before the United States Congress, the hackers, they did amazing job, and it is amazing because it was really smart. So what did they do? The hackers did not utilize a complex multi-million dollar technical exploit. So it means that they did not bypass firewalls through advanced coding. So they did not do anything that difficult, anything that expensive. Instead, they simply obtained real corporate login credentials for a remote access portal. So it was a mistake, basically. It was mistake in cybersecurity, which cost them a lot and a lot.
Yeah, and this portal allowed employees and contractors to log into internal network from outside the office. And the fatal weak spot was that this specific high privilege corporate account didn't have multi-factor authentication turned on.
Yeah, it's very important. In a lot of corporation, we have such a system, and today's company really think about their security, cybersecurity, first of all. And if we're talking about the multi-factorial authentication, we need to understand nowadays a lot of services like Steam or another, like Google accounts nowadays also. Uh, Everybody has this verification, two-factor authentication.
Yeah,
What it means? It means that you receive a temporary code on your mobile phone or another device, and you receive this temporary code, and you need to type it to log in. Also, if you know your password login, you need every time to do it each your login. Why we make it? To like not give opportunity to the hackers to enter in our accounts. And also important things feature in this topic, it's when this multifactorial verification starting to doing, we receive a message on all on our email, on our phone, and it's
yeah,
noticeable. It's very important. It's noticeable. And when we're talking about this example of this cyber attack, important thing what was made, it was about any notification. It was hidden attack. Nobody didn't understand what it was. So it
yeah, that's true.
alarm doesn't work in this case.
Mhm. Yeah. Viacheslav, have you ever had problems with somebody trying to steal your data? For example,
Uh,
some account.
yes, I had this problem. I had my messenger, and somebody steal it. I don't understand actually how it was because from my childhood, I really care about my cyber security because I was working also like a little hacker, I'm trying to
Aha,
hack.
okay.
Yeah, so I understand how it works, and a lot of accounts just we hacking by the brute. It's when just the learning, machine learning. We have machine learning, and the machine just starting to trying to answer the password just by
Mhm.
random numbers. It can be
Okay.
it can took for a long time, but for this brute force attack, we need to have that database. Without database, you cannot provide this brute force attack. But it's a really old tactic. Today's
Hmm.
scammers works as better as can.
Of course.
And today it's really hard to understand how you was attacked.
Yeah, that's true. So technologies they develop really fast. But let's now come back to the topic of our podcast. So speaking about this organization, Black Cat. So they spent over a week silently stealing over 6 terabytes of data, including personal medical histories, social security numbers, and even financial details. So, and only after they had successfully secured the stolen data did they deploy the ransomware. So, which locked thousands of critical servers and forced the company into an emergency shutdown. So basically, they made a really smart move. So as Vyacheslav mentioned,
Kyrylo, today's one of the biggest scams in US. It's also stealing of these social security numbers. It's really important because if you know the social security numbers, it's like ID in United States. If you know these social security numbers, you can take some loan, you can make some a lot of scams. You can steal everything from this person, and nowadays a huge these call centers in India trying to
mhm,
steal these social security numbers by
yes,
a lot of offerings. You can find some shorts video where they tried to hack you, and it's really scared because 6 terabytes. You can try to make some text files on your computer and see how many it takes on your disk, and it's like
yes.
few megabytes. But can you image 6 terabytes?
6 terabytes. This is the crazy amount. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Sophia, have you ever maybe had any problems with you? Have anybody maybe do you do something to protect your account, for example? Have you ever had to deal with hackers or some people who try to scam you?
Actually, it was a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago, when I used my previous social networks when I was a child. But now I'm not sure that I can tell you that something happened with me like that.
Oh, guys,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
recently I was attacked uh, by the scammers, not hackers, but it's also cybersecurity by understanding your security in these networks. I was attacked by a call center that they called from the bank to me, yes, and they tried to steal the money from my card, but I understand that it was scam, and I trying to make it in funny, and I just take time from them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, okay. This was really smart. Actually, recently I didn't have, fortunately, any situations where somebody tried to scam me. However, I remember it was like a half a year ago. I tried to sell something on OLX on OLX PL.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not experienced with it, so I don't know like all the like details. But I remember somebody texted me, so, hello, I'm curious in buying your console. Please contact me in Telegram. I knew that it was a scam, but I was really, really curious what's going to happen. So I opened this person's Telegram account, and it was like a picture of mom with child. Yeah, so it seemed like very like somebody who cannot harm you. Yeah, and so I texted them. I was really curious what's going to happen later. And then she sends me the link. Yeah, the link. And in this link, you have to like fill in your data from your credit account, from your credit card. Yeah,
Bank
credit card.
account.
Yeah, yes. So it was really, really stupid. But actually, some people can really fall for that.
Yeah, a lot of scams nowadays on this marketplace platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe let's continue our conversation about cyber attack in America. And now we maybe want to tell with you about consequences and some strategic lessons. So what I can say about it. So the real world consequences of this technical shutdown were immediate, severe, and systemic. And this illustrates to us how digital weak spots directly translate into human suffering. And as soon as Change Healthcare went offline, the financial and administrative machinery of American medicine ceased to function.
Yeah, and after this attack, first major crisis was like in all of pharmacies in 50 states. Like it's all America, all United States, and why it was because the pharmacies cannot to they cannot have access to the service of this company of Change Healthcare Service, and they cannot verify patients, insurance, and also they didn't know the prices on their some drugs, and it was really huge and dramatic, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. So just listen and just imagine patients arriving to collect life-saving medication. So life-saving, not just some medication regular, yeah, life-saving medications such as insulin, cancer therapies, or heart medications. So these people, these patients, they were forced to either pay thousands of dollars in cash out of pocket, right? Or leave the pharmacy empty-handed, so with no drugs, severely endangering their health. So this attack, it was dangerous not only for the company, of course, but for the patients, for the clients as well, because they endangered their health because of this attack. So somebody couldn't afford buying medications. But if you don't buy them, so it is really, really risky if you don't take it.
Yeah, and simultaneously, the attack triggered an unprecedented financial emergency for healthcare providers. And because the medical billing system was offline, hospitals, some independent clinics, and even some family doctors couldn't submit claims to insurance companies to receive payment for these services.
Yeah, we need to understand that cash flow just stops. Все. Ой, sorry. Um, so, um, within days, we need to understand that cash growth in the in the whole sphere of economy, healthcare economy, just stopped.
Yeah.
Salary to the doctors, they cannot to pay it because they have any data, any access to the money. Also, we need to understand that a lot of hospital run out of cash because they need to take a loan because they need to buy this really expensive treatments, and it was a really crisis into the sector of economy of whole country, and we need to understand United States, it's nowadays the strongest economy in the world, one of the biggest economy first of all.
Yeah, that's true. So in response to the crisis, the chief executive officer of this company, right, later admitted during a United States Senate hearing that the company paid a ransom of $22 million in Bitcoin to the hackers to recover the decryption keys to unlock the system. So they paid huge money. So firstly, they lost their reputation, they lost some of their customers for sure, and they also paid huge money to get decryption keys.
And however, this decision highlighted the chaotic and lawless nature of the cybercrime world. And shortly after the $22 million was paid, an internal conflict arose within the hacker group, and an affiliate kept a second copy of the stolen data to blackmail Change Healthcare a second time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it took to the 3 months for the technical rebuilding of the Change Healthcare to restore primary systems, costing a billions of dollars in total financial damage. And in conclusion, this case study really shows this scary tendency and fundamental lessons for company nowadays in all over the world. And we need to understand that we can be also under the attack nowadays, each company.
Yeah, that's true. So there are three fundamental lessons that we can get from this case study. First, cybersecurity is no longer just a technical IT concern, but a fundamental issue of public safety and national security. So it's not only about the company, right, and the company's privacy, but also it's about the health and safety of other people who are involved with this company. Second, corporate monopolies in vital sectors create dangerous single points of failure that threaten entire nations. Redundancy and backup systems are necessary to ensure safety. So no matter what you do, and no matter how big is your company, you always need a backup plan, backup system. So somewhere, where you can save your data and protect it really carefully.
Yeah. And third, what we can say about it, and most importantly, advanced security technology is useless without basic security habits. And even a multi-billion-dollar corporation can be brought to its knees by a single missing feature like multi-factor authentication. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we was
Thank you.
really glad to see you on our podcast.
Thank
Goodbye.
you guys for the discussion as well. It was really interesting.